to Conscious Matters. It's a safe space where we chat about how living consciously matters to our well-being, to the one of our surroundings and loved ones, as well as to the earth and humanity as a whole. Join me, Melissa DeBerry, for inspiring interviews with some of the most beautiful souls out there, individuals who are helping others to reach their highest selves and who bring light into this world. In every episode, we talk about conscious matters such as self-love, awareness, personal development, the power of yoga and meditation, self-medicine, the rise of holistic practices, and much more. We expand on our experiences, share tools that help live in peace, harmony, and alignment on a daily basis, and discuss about what we've learned along our healing journey. Get your mind, body, and soul ready for a ride in consciousness. Namaste, listeners. Meditation is my medication. It has made a really profound impact on me, touching nearly all aspects of my life, especially emotional, mental, and spiritual. To me, the interconnectedness between one's inner world and the complexity of the outer world truly embodies the art of meditation. My meditation journey started with the practice of Rasa on YouTube. As funny or unconventional as it may sound. With a following of almost 200,000 people on YouTube, Rasa is the meditation teacher and energy healer everybody talks about. With her eclectic panel of visually animated meditations, she's revolutionizing the way we usually see this practice. With Rasa's soothing voice, everything is the opposite of boring, long, and dreadful. Her meditations repertoire touches so many different themes, from deep relaxation, the law of attraction to sleep aid, among others, and varies in time from 5-minute sessions to 1-hour ones. Everybody finds the healing they need that fits the schedule. With her, I learned the premise of breath work. In other words, to rest into this breath within us, and to actually see that most of the time, we're not really breathing, or at least not as deep as we should, to gather its benefits and to loosen the grip instead of letting our ego thinking it has to be in control of everything. Through meditation, with the assistance of Rasa, I found a circle of empathy and support much needed in this fast-paced society we live in. I'm always astonished by our abilities to heal from within, to change the course of our lives towards one of love and compassion. My healing work made me realize the power of one's courageous authenticity, pure vulnerability, and genuine desire to grow. It really increased my capacity to practice compassion and to keep my own life's challenges into perspective. As I move through my own awakening journey, I feel the need to share what I've learned with both my loved ones and anyone it can resonate. I mean, you just never know what someone is facing at this moment. So in this very first episode, Rasa is gracing us with her meditation knowledge, journey, and wisdom through our lovely conversation. Rasa is truly an inspiring being who managed to create a safe space online to quiet your mind and feel grounded. Her transformative meditations had such a positive influence in my own life when I was dealing with anxiety and a burnout. A few years later, I still use Rasa's sessions as part of my self-care routine and self-development journey. As a woman, a healer, an entrepreneur, and a mindfulness advocate, she shares with us today how conscious living has had a huge impact on her life. Listen up to this gem. Hi, Rasa. I'm so excited to be talking to you today.
Me too, finally.
Should we get started?
Yeah.
So, can you tell me, how did you come across meditation and life coaching?
All of this came from the deep longing to understand myself and what is happening and why, and to understand my feelings and my thoughts. I also have had accumulated a lot of what was painful and detrimental to me, and I needed to understand it and to let go of it somehow. It all came together because of the pain and fear I had. And I read about meditation as a tool to receive more peace and to center myself, and all of it was free. And you can do it anywhere. So it seemed too good to be true, but I committed to it, and it became my practice. And I also did not feel that meditation was something completely new to me. I feel like we all sit in silence alone at one or a few points in our lives, and we receive calmness, acceptance, understanding, or through the moments of quiet, you know.
That's so true.
Yeah, so to know that if I can sit with myself quietly and make the pain and fear eventually go away, that encouraged me to meditate and dive deeper into the subconscious mind for self-exploration and for alignment. In terms of life coaching, it came later in life when I felt I was more grounded, but I still longed for a deeper understanding of myself and others. I also started taking counseling sessions for myself. That also inspired me to take a life coaching course. So basically, the blend of life events, then seeking clarity, listening, learning to listen, to understand self and others. Then, through my own practice of meditation and inner exploration, I began then to channel what was always inside of me, like this vast world intertwined with connection to the spirit world and my longing to express my way to clarity and alignment.
I really like the fact that you said that meditation is very simple and that at any point in our life, we actually did already found these meditation moments when we sit
Mm.
alone by ourselves, etc. Because when
Mm.
people think about meditation is on now like sitting alone with your thoughts, it's like a nightmare. But we actually experienced it so many times before. So I really like that you kind of pointed that out.
Yeah, well, obviously it is a little more conscious, maybe, because we're trying to, guide our focus into quiet and the peace. But we do that, whether we're riding a bus or just sitting somewhere by ourselves in nature. I feel like we do naturally do that. It's
That's
just
true.
if we do it more consciously, obviously we get greater benefit. But both ways are equally amazing.
What really strikes me in your meditation sessions is the word you use. They're so powerful and they put you in that state. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Since I can remember, I always wanted to be a writer. When I was a child, after school, my favorite hobby was the book club at the local library where we read books. Yeah, we used to like mend them, take care of the library. We talked about writers, explored the journeys, and sometimes even had acting lessons. Yeah, so my writing continued on through my personal journaling, and even together with my friends, we used to play games of like radio podcasts and then we would read out our creations,
Yeah. But
like
that's good. That's how
taking
you get
turns.
started.
And that basically continued on, and I journaled my whole life. And during the peak of my self-discovery, as people would say, awakening.
Mm-hmm.
So during my self-discovery phase, one night I took my phone and recorded my first guided meditation that was unscripted. I was just laying on the floor, cozied up by the radiator, and it was late autumn in Northern Ireland. It was about connecting with the spirit guides. I felt an exciting vulnerability and pleasure in expressing myself this way. Most of my inner thoughts about connection with the spirit world, and this is what I was discovering massively at the time. When I posted the video, that obviously to my absolute surprise, it was a success, and despite of its low quality production, it reached 1 million views within a short time, and the numbers as well as the comments told me that I should just continue what I'm doing and continue to create. And I was at the point where I was in it, I had a need and I was ready to express more what I had within. And so, yeah.
And the meditation you talked about, like connecting with your spirit guides, it was like, I think the first that I did on your channel. And it was so strange because I could feel like tingles in my body, etc. I was like, wow, what is that? And I kept on going with your channel and it really helped me see the light pretty much. And then yoga added to the journey. So yeah.
Wow. It's amazing when I hear people tell me this, like this all like body sensations. It's kind of comforting because what I'm trying to do is basically copy to how I go to those tingly places as well.
Okay.
So yeah, because I
That's
experience
interesting.
same things, like even like body movements and certain sensations. And when I hear people, oh, what does this mean? I'm like, I went to the same thing, It's like, but this is what I'm trying to do. Um, and some meditations are written purely me channeling what I'm going through. And you can feel those ones. I
You
feel.
can feel it. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Those that are channeled, I feel those. And I do them and I try to record them in the way I experience them. And then when I read that people experienced what I did or more or whatever, in their own way, I'm like, wow, this is perfect. This is what I love doing.
Is that what led you to become a meditation teacher?
I feel like meditation is very simple. It's a personal practice to sit in your space with your feelings and thoughts and find space in between, like find silence and extend that peace and silence and sit in it longer. I feel this is the simplicity of meditation. It requires very little guidance, if any. And when it comes to my work, I feel in my work is about me creating a safe space for you and others, and me guiding you through your inner world, encouraging your inner exploration to find clarity and to help you feel aligned. So the scripts that I'm creating are about building a bridge to seek to reach a better thought, a better feeling, a better belief, and finding that connection with the self and the physical world around us. And if you choose, also the ethereal, the spirit world. So I see myself not necessarily like a meditation teacher, but someone who creates a space for you to find that inner peace.
Mm-hmm. Like the safe space you created online, which helps people dig inside to tap into what they already have.
Yeah, exactly.
And how meditation impacted your life in a concrete way, and how does it help you live and interact more consciously with your own self, others, and the world at large?
For me, meditation is the catalyst of peace, of better thoughts, and mostly of getting to know who is I. Mm-hmm. That's not to say that I fully know who is I. It's just like the meditation, it is a process, a practice,
of self-discovery.
And it is. Yes, and it is an exciting process. And learning about the inner world that is so connected to the outer, and knowing that both are equally one, and diving deeper into this knowledge with each meditation practice, for me, is the most exciting journey that one can go on. Yeah. So how does this impact my life? Having and feeling the bigger picture, experiencing a deeper connection with the self and the world, makes me a lot less reactive. It allows me to tap into understanding and empathy a lot more. And that's not to say that I do this all the time. It simply gives me this...
You're still human.
Yeah, it simply gives me this kind of perspective when I need it, when I stay in a state of awareness. And obviously, the more you meditate, the more you are aware. Mm-hmm. So yes, it is helpful and impactful to be more aware of my own thoughts, my own beliefs, and what I allow into my space as well. And thus, me being more conscious provides that inspiration to the people around me to also have access to a better thought, a better feeling, if they decide to choose it. These small actions of better feeling thought seem so minute. However, I feel like these actions are the most important. This is the most important practice and discipline you can have with yourself, as it will determine what kind of life you will lead.
These are written purely
and interactions with the world at large, especially in like tough times, let's say, when we experience loss or grief, and we will all experience this at one or a few points in our lives, as it is part of life. Especially then, meditation becomes so important. And not just meditation, but tools of mindfulness, such as meditation, like meditation music, exploring the psychic world. Let's say that saved me when I was going through my experiences of loss.
Yeah, same here. And thanks to you.
A few of your meditation actually helped me during those hard times.
Thank you so much for sharing that, because I know it's not easy, and I appreciate when people tell me this, because that fuels my purpose as well. So thank you for saying that. And
to you. And I love that you're so humble and you're actually thanking me.
Yes, because I need you. I need everyone to share their experience, because I'm same as everyone, looking for my purpose. So going back to what we were talking about, what I learned then, and through my loss, and what I shared with my family, I believe it developed our connection, it deepened our bond, and it enhanced our outlook on life events, like as a collective, as a family. It kind of changed the course that then we took as a family.
That's beautiful and powerful.
It's pretty powerful, just from mindfulness.
Sorry to cut you, but was your family also very in touch with their feelings and at peace, inner peace during these hard times that helps you connect with them at a deeper level?
I cannot completely answer your question, because I cannot be in their skin and to tell you that we dealt equally with it. Mm-hmm. I can just tell you that I felt that what I had to share with them, to actually help them in terms of just kind of open up their awareness.
Videos, inspiring videos, inspiring channels
because
like yours.
They're very different from me, my family members. They do not practice meditation. We're very different people. Without going into detail, it actually makes it difficult to answer the question. But I just try to do my best with my knowledge to offer different thoughts and different wisdom, if I may say that. I could see that it was helping. I started gently, and I could see that it was helping, and I just continued to do that
Little by little.
little by little, kind of planting seeds. And then I felt like we were growing together stronger in our understanding what the world is, and, you know, obviously the spirit world, what it is.
Okay.
And I feel like it helped most of us, not all of us, you know, because we all have our choices and what we want to believe in. But yes, I can say that it did deepen our connection as a family and how we moved forward with what we were experiencing.
That's so beautiful and powerful, and I like that you approach people who have certainly different beliefs, since we're all different human beings and with our own set of thoughts. That you still want to share your own knowledge, but not impose it to them, but like going step by step. I plant few seeds, and if you go along with it, that's awesome. And if you're not, it's still good because I planted my seed and I'm going on with my journey. So that's beautiful.
I think what I'm good at is often create space for soothing. Whether that was in my previous work where I worked at the office, I was described as calming, soothing, even at, you know, when we used to meet up with the team, and yeah, like we used to meet up with the team and do different games and things like that. And when you have to describe people, like even before this all happened, YouTube and meditations, you know, this is what I was doing already. So yeah, that
It was already inside you.
It's already
That's
there.
your gift. This is crazy. I think it's like also divine calling when you're supposed to do something like consciously, like you going through the steps to actually accomplish it. Because like you were saying, like even in your corporate job, like the way you were interacting with your colleagues, you already had like this softness, this soothness to the way you're interacting with others, and now is actually your day-to-day job.
Yeah, it's just finding, I guess, what resonates with us and just utilizing that. But it takes time to figure that out also for some people. For some, maybe it doesn't. You know, they just feel it from the beginning. Look at other people that are famous, you know, oh yeah, I'm singing from the age of 3. You know, they knew already. But for me, it took a long time. And it doesn't mean that it's bad. You know, I learned so much, even from my HR job. I've learned so many skills that I'm applying right now working on YouTube.
Sometimes some of us need to go through certain experiences to be able to find a path.
Yeah.
So we all have different speed to get there.
Exactly. And I feel like sometimes we have to go to the very bottom, like I said, to just like bounce off. Just say, okay, that's it. I'm springing back up. You know, I'm going all the way. I have nothing else to lose, you know, I'm just going to go.
Yeah, you're going to go deeper. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you like to add something?
In terms of living consciously, I wanted just to say that I believe when it comes to seeking any kind of answers, that it is all within us. And things that are very popular right now, many of us read many self-development books.
Myself included.
Yes, and it is so helpful and inspiring. And it's a very great way to begin and to continue to grow and to understand yourself. But we have to remember that these books are written by people who took the time to sit with themselves and to learn who the I is and what the inner world is all about. So my message is, I suppose, that yes, let's continue to read, but also let's write a lot more individually. Because books are helpful to nudge to awaken parts of us, but no book can be written all about an individual, because we're all so unique.
And very different from one another.
Yes. And this is why we meditate, to find the peace, through that peace to find any answer you are looking for, because we are all unique, and so are the answers that will enhance our individual paths that we're on.
That is so inspiring. And that's good because you're living your own truth. And I think a lot of people, since being unique, people saw it for so many years as something bad because we tend to be put in boxes. So we're supposed to be all the same all together. And finding that inner peace, who am I, like through meditation, through mindfulness, through conscious living, is really helping people finding their own path, their own truth, and shining in their own light. And the more people are shining in their own light, the more the world will be a light world.
I agree. Yes, absolutely. And so you also asked, how does meditation help to live and interact with others and the world at large? Through the practice of meditation, it helps to know that no matter what happens, close around me or in the world, like small or big event, I will always hold my light for me and for others. And I will continue to hold it and express it and share it in my own unique way. And by light, I mean my inner strength, my inner peace, my love, my empathy and knowledge. And that can never be taken away. And it can only be shared. And this is what I intend to continue to do while I'm here on this earth, I guess.
You have a famous and resourceful YouTube channel, which is now called Pura Rasa. So often technology is seen as the opposite of mindfulness. Can you talk a little bit more about that and your conscious entrepreneurship route in this digital sphere?
I do not see technology as the opposite of mindfulness. I think it is a tool that can be used either way, to spin us into chaos or to be used as a tool for mindfulness. Digital sphere, as you call it, in my opinion, is very much the biggest boost to our well-being and spirituality. Without technology, I would not be able to offer what I'm offering on the same scale, and those that receive the benefit would not be able to receive it in the same way as they are now. So the digital tool is as anything else. It's just how we use it. If I have a ton of wood and some glue, I do not drink the glue and eat the wood. I put the two together and create something beautiful. It's the same with technology. It is always how we use the resource that is available. And if I separate technology from mindfulness, then I don't really understand oneness that I was talking about earlier. And if I practice mindfulness through meditation, affirmations, and journaling, etc., then it naturally seeps into everything else I do in life, including entrepreneurship and business. And I do not think you can be mindful selective. That's the beauty of mindfulness. And same with my work. And that is now my business. Same with my family, same with how I create my content and entrepreneurship. We all know right from wrong, and we all know how to do our best. And I apply these simple principles to my work and business whilst staying true to what I'm trying to create, which is a safe space for anyone who wants to explore themselves, who seek alignment, personal connection, and peace. It is enough for me to know these simple truths to continue my own path and staying focused on my creative goals amidst whatever is happening on the outside, modern world of technology and business, whatever it may be.
I agree with you. And that's so funny because I resonate completely with you because the common talk about technology and digital sphere is like, it's so fast, it's so bad, it's going to take over your life, etc. And for me, it's exactly as you because my business, my digital web marketing agency is only online. And that's how I find my clients most of the time. That's how I connect with people like you, for example, online. And regarding the self-help books that we were talking about before, my awakening started with YouTube, which is very funny because like I found so many videos, like inspiring videos, inspiring channels like yours. And then I scaled up to self-help books. But to me, it was really like YouTube and even Instagram accounts that were very inspiring with affirmations, positive affirmations, etc. So I'm glad that I resonate with you on that.
Yes, absolutely. I think this digital world, as we call it, it's just a connection with the world and with each other in a big way.
Exactly. And the fact that we can even like talk, you're in Bali, I'm in Paris, and we can still like connect with each other. So it's wonderful. To me, like internet is magical, but as you said, it's like the use you make of it that makes the difference.
Exactly. And I'm so grateful it's here.
And in today's society, it's so easy also to get distracted, talking about digital, but also so many other things. It is actually the main issue brought up by many people trying meditation for the first time or at the beginning stage. They say it's so hard to focus or I'm too busy, I cannot find the time. Do you have tips to manage distractions and focus our attention?
My question for the distracted and busy person would be, do you feel like you have this deep longing that is persistently pulling on your heartstrings? Do you feel like you rush from one thing to the next one, and by the end it feels like you have nothing else to offer, not even yourself? And I'm not even talking about people suffering from fears and phobias, anxiety, stress, etc. And if the answer is yes, then my next question is, do you want to continue to feel this way?
That's
And
a
if
good
the
question.
answer is no, then you simply have no choice
Yeah.
but to find time to meditate. And it's not about having time, it's about our prioritizing and making our well being one of the most important things for you. It is about the quality of life we are wanting to lead, and of course, where we choose to spend our time. These choices, a lot of the time, can be made unconsciously, and that is why it is important to pause and to go inward. Because we can use all the excuses in the world. Oh, we live in fast paced times.
We always have so many excuses. It's crazy.
And some of them are very valid. But it is important to remember that all of it, all of that, we actually choose. We choose if we scroll down Instagram or if we sit for 5 minutes in peace. It is a choice. And I'm not saying Instagram is bad. I too enjoy this social platform very much. And I'm simply making a point that we have time and we have the ability to choose. And please do choose even 5 minutes to yourself in peace and silence, practicing your ability to center yourself, to stop the daily race, and then come to your tasks with a different point of view. And I promise your life will change.
Yeah. And that's actually what I like about your meditation is like it's guided from the beginning to the end. But during the meditation, you include moments of silence as well. So you kind
Yes.
of have the best of both worlds of meditation and to sit in silence, but also having someone guiding your thoughts and make you feel like really in sync with yourself.
Yes, it's absolutely deliberate because like I said, I'm making a space for you. It's you who's using this space. It's not me just blurring the words because I have something to say. I have to be very aware and conscious of what I'm trying to achieve, you know,
Yeah.
be mindful of that.
Thank you for that. That's I think that was important to underline these aspects also of meditation.
So my final advice would be simply commit to 5 minutes per day, every day, to just sit, focus on any sounds outside or a fan or even your breath, your heartbeat, and keep bringing your focus to that sound or sensation. And if you prefer spoken guidance, then yes, there is my and other YouTube channels that can be used for that, where you will find guided meditations ranging for 5 minutes to an hour in length or longer.
I couldn't agree more. I see meditation as a healing and self care tool for the mind, body, and soul. That's my personal vision of meditation. And women entrepreneurs face many challenges in their day to day work life. And you, as a woman and as an entrepreneur yourself, like how do you advise incorporating meditation not only when we are by ourselves, cozy at home, but when we are in the middle of a very hectic day at work, juggling with everything, like from staff, meetings, projects, to challenging clients, etc.
I understand the struggle. I really do. As many, I too came from a corporate world where there were not enough hours in the day for work. And then, in addition to trying to fit in meetings, etc. But my take on this is put yourself first, set the standard of your emotional state of being. We need to inquire what is the emotional standard of our individual living and what am I willing to accept as bare minimum and what do I actually deserve? And we need to inquire and choose and navigate through that range in that. Some days it will be easier to put yourself first and some days it will be more challenging. But do put yourself first. When it was absolute chaos at work for me, I used to use my bathroom breaks to center myself.
Okay.
I used to take my lunch outdoors or at least outside of my work when I could. And luckily, I was working next to a park. So simple walking, sitting on the bench in silence in meditation, or simply observing nature would put me right back into balance. So no matter what you call it, staff, meetings, projects, clients, it's just one and the same. It is life that is happening and that will continue to happen.
That's for sure.
And what is the most important here for you and for your clients, your staff, family, friends, etc., is the quality of your focus, your emotions, and your emotional well-being. Because once you have that balanced, you will be so much more, and your ability to perceive and respond as a boss, a colleague, a family member, a friend will be enhanced. And you can gain a much better focus if you just take those few minutes out of your day to meditate and to recenter. So my practical advice is schedule it. If you struggle to find time, then schedule meditation into your life. In the morning, in between your meetings, during lunch, or after dinner or before, or have it as a rule. If you reach a stressful point, you must take a 5-minute break and take yourself into an empty space anywhere at all. Set your timer for 5 minutes and just become quiet. And we all have this kind of time. It is just
5
a
minutes.
matter
We all have 5 minutes.
of exactly. It's just a matter of doing, paying attention to your needs and then acting on it.
Yeah, and I think it's also a question of habits. So I like that you recommended to schedule it. So because you're a human being, so the more habits we have, the more it becomes automatic. And if we
Yes.
take like 5 minutes, like like at noon, like right before your lunch break, every day it will become a habit and will actually make you feel better about your day and yourself.
And I think once you make it a habit or even practice it a few times, personally, I then crave that state of being because I'm a lot more productive, I'm a lot calmer, I'm a lot more focused, and I have a lot more inspiration and creativity coming through.
It's important to be air quote full of yourself, because like the fullest you are, the more you can give back to others and for them to have the best version of yourself, instead of someone who's like completely worked out, completely exhausted, and then frustrated and angry at the same time. So
100%.
yeah.
I agree. If I'm out of balance, I know what to do, and I just kind of like have to take myself out because I'm not being the best that I can be for this situation.
We humans, so
Yeah.
it's fine to not be perfect. That's what I actually learned through meditation and yoga. It's like it's okay to not be perfect. So
Yeah. Do you do yoga as well?
yeah, I do yoga, and it really helps me with the breath work, because I used to be like very anxious, so like hidden anxiety when everybody think that you super well, but like deep inside you're like super stressed out.
Yeah.
So breathing really helps me out, and yoga is my medicine. Sorry, about to say medication, but let's say medicine.
Wow. It's not far off meditation, right?
Yeah.
It's so
So
common nowadays. Like most of my friends are anxious as well. Like it's just, it ranges from panic attacks to mild like nervousness. And a lot of people feel this way. And just a constant work with friends as well, talking every day.
But I think it's also the world we live in. Before being a web marketer, I was in law, very like stressful environment. So I think it added more in my anxiety and trying to be perfect. But now, like in a more conscious living way, also, and like my business being aligned with it and the way I live my life, I feel like anxiety is almost out of the door. So
exactly. And I feel like for me it was the same. I was like out of work for 3 months. I remember I was on medication and all this. And I remember it was just when I started like, I'm gonna just like choose. Like I said before, everything's about choice. Where you start to choose. Well, this is the job I'm gonna choose. This is the hours I'm gonna choose. I'm gonna choose to follow my path. And everything starts with that mindful choice. And it's so powerful because I made my intentions of what I wanted. And 6 months later, I had everything in place without even planning.
lastly, do you have simple daily habits you do which help you be and act more conscious? And if yes, could you recommend any for especially beginners?
Yes. As I have mentioned earlier, I am very fond of morning journaling.
Yeah.
It has changed my life completely in every way. And I cannot even tell you how focus, pen and paper are powerful combined together. When I wake up before taking my phone off the flight mode and checking Instagram, emails, seeing what my friends in the world has been up to, right before that, I just take my notebook, my pen, and I head outside with a big glass of water. Or even stay in bed if it's cold outside. But right now I have the luxury just going outside. And I begin this dance of sipping water and thinking while I sip, then placing pen on the paper and beginning to focus on what I'm about to write. So that way, kind of one sentence ends, I sip water, another thought comes in, I write it down again, and so on. So this beautiful dance of appreciation, ideas, and intentions, focusing on it and writing it all. And in a few moments, I just find the ideas and inspiration flooding, like filling blank pages. And I really enjoy writing my intentions for the day and to mention simple, obvious things that I'm grateful for in my life, in the morning. So that would be one of the habits. Another habit I have is to move my body every day in some capacity.
Yes.
Which is it's a must. I practice yoga, or maybe a short workout or a walk outside, a run if I feel like it. I feel it's very important to move in any way you can. If even for a few minutes, just move, breathe, sing, dance, and appreciate the movement. Then another habit I find myself doing is simply pausing, even at a random moment.
What do you mean by pausing at the random moment?
I just like to pause and observe what is happening from a
Okay.
perspective of like a bigger picture.
Okay.
Um, like a place of like joy and a place of appreciation and love.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that this comes from the practice of meditation.
Because meditation is also observing your thoughts.
In a way, yes, absolutely,
Yeah?
yeah. Yes, and I feel like this habit kind of translates. Then I just like to pause, even if we're out with friends, let's say we're dancing, and I just take myself out and I just stand there and I look what is happening. So it's like the same kind of pause where you feel connected and appreciative about the peace you feel within or about what is happening outside.
And you're
So
taking in all of the joy, for example, when your friends are dancing, etc., or it's the energy of the situation in.
yes, yeah, I might look strange that I'm standing over there. I'm just like appreciating everything for a moment. But this is why I
Gratefulness
encourage.
at the peak.
Yeah, this is a strange person standing there. So yeah, so this is why I encourage everyone to meditate. That that place of peace within, and to enjoy this state of being, like returning you in the moments where you do not expect it to show up, and it makes your living experience so much sweeter. I truly believe that.
That's so nice. I'm also a fan of journaling. Every morning I try to do the gratitude. So I start with I'm grateful for or thank you for. And
Mm-hmm.
then it's so funny how your mind, especially in the morning, because if I do that in the middle of the day, I will feel less inspired. But when I write in the morning, I just start the day with I'm thankful for or thank you for, and it just like my hand like keeps on writing a whole page without even
Yes.
realizing. And since I'm doing that every morning, some people would say, okay, but like you have the pretty much the same life every day, so you should be grateful about the same thing. So aren't you repeating yourself? And no, every single page is completely different from one another. So it's very funny how the mind works, and when you in silent and when you dig into yourself, like what can actually come out.
Yes, I totally agree. And I think the morning is such a perfect time of the day because any resistance that we have built in from the night before, it
Yeah.
kind of stops, overnight. And then in the morning, you're just fresh. You don't have anything kind of, no resistance within you. You're just fresh, newly awake, and happy to start your day. Well, I am anyway. I don't know.
Me
It
too,
sounds
don't
like you
worry.
are as well. And yeah, it's very easy then to find things that you're grateful for because there is so much you're grateful for, even things that you don't have to do.
Exactly, yeah.
So
Little
you
things.
don't have to do. It's yeah, there's a lot of things to be grateful for, and I agree. And even if you repeat yourself, why not repeat yourself? If you feel good about it. Obviously, if you don't feel good about it, then don't repeat yourself.
Yeah, please don't, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like this is so interesting, like how the mind works. Like I'm always like so amazed and astonished about
Mm.
the richness of the realm of the mind.
And once you are on the path of that energy, it's funny how it just continues to kind of pave the same path.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, and I think sometimes we do obviously experience problems, and this is just life. We have challenges, but the more you practice mindfulness and journaling, for example, it's just you're so used to that kind of energy that you're in
Mm-hmm.
that when you kind of fall off it, you just feel it right away. And it's not to say that it's wrong to fall off it. It's just kind of just, I call it like a push off point, like you just kind of bounce off again. It's like, oh yeah, I don't want to be here. I'm just like bouncing off back into where I want to be. And I feel like it's necessary to have both because without the good, we don't, without the bad, we don't know the good, as they say.
Definitely.
But it makes you appreciate the good as well so much more.
Exactly, because we cannot be 100% every single day. I think being conscious and living consciously helps you to change your perspective on life. So even though you are at a 30% day, you'll be like, it's okay. What is the lesson that life is teaching me right now? And then the next day could be completely different when you are like 100% again.
Yeah. Or for me, it's like quite practical. Some days I just don't feel it. I just
Yeah,
feel like
definitely.
I'm just I just need to be empty today. And I just know, and I don't resist anymore. Before I used to like, no, I want to be at 100 or 90 at least.
Be positive every day, but it's
I
impossible.
don't believe in that. It's just creating more resistance. So
Exactly.
I just reorganize my life so that way I take as much time off as I can. And if I can that day, if it's the weekend, I'm like, oh, perfect. This is the mood. Movies, let's go. And I just lay and relax. I get as many healthy snacks as I can, and I just watch a movie. And I know this is one of those days where I just don't want to dwell on anything.
And I think that's one of the pitfall of also this new wave of being conscious and being positive, etc., is that you're supposed to be so happy every day, 100% every day. And no, because like the idea behind conscious living is to actually listen to your body, listen to your needs. And as you said, like dig inside the you and like who you are. So as said, like sometimes you're feeling down, you feel like just watching movie all day and snacking, and that's fine. And the other day being productive, and it's very important to listen to your own thoughts, your own body, and your own needs.
Yes, and go with the flow and do not create any more resistance. Just flow with it. I feel like just flow with that energy and know that, this is the day to relax and do not create any more resistance by trying to be so positive. Just flow with it. And just have an intention that tomorrow is going to be a different day. And today is today.
Taking one day at a time.
Absolutely.
Where can we find you, Rasa?
To listen to my guided meditations, you can do so at Pura Rasa on YouTube. And you can do the same on Insight Timer. Also, pura.rasa on Instagram, where I interact with the listeners, where people can help me decide what meditations I should work on next, which tracks should be used, etc. I also post
it's interactive then.
Oh yeah, we decide which music track we're gonna put in or which thumbnail people like.
That's fun.
Yeah, I like to interact there. And I also post video updates on Instagram and some words of inspiration sometimes. You can also find video updates on Facebook as Rasa Mindfulness and Twitter under the name Rasa Meditation. You can also find most of my audio tracks on my website at www.purarasa.com or simply Google Rasa Meditation and it seems to bring you to the right place every time.
That's great. I will put everything in the description below, and like that, people can reach out to Rasa and interact with her. I'm so grateful to be able to spread the word also about your YouTube channel because it really did help me, like personally, when I was like living a very dark period of time. And thank you so much for your time and your wise words and inspiration. That was I'm very happy and grateful to have you talk to me today.
Oh, this was fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I wanted to say thank you for taking the time to talking to me and spreading the message of meditation and for putting me out there again for more people to hear. I'm really appreciative. Thank you for that.
You're so welcome. Bye. Thank you so much, Rasa. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you to have taken the time to listen to me and my guest talking about conscious living. Conscious Matters is a self-produced podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and or donate. 5 stars always preferred. Your support will help to keep on raising the collective consciousness together. Talk to you soon.